Little bun. What's going on, everyone? Nick here from Little Man YGO, back at it again with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. It's actually not going to be an Edison format video today. We're going to go explore the realms of hat format and the deck that I play in this format specifically. And just wanted to showcase you guys a replay as well. But before we go any further, we are at 230 subscribers. Thank you so much for all the love and support so far that you've been giving to show support for the channel. We are 20 away from 250. And what happens at 250 subscribers? You already know the answer to that question. That's when we give away 3 amuletless to 3 lucky winners, because those cards are expensive. We want more people to play the deck. And for those of you who do not have the means to do so, this is your chance. So please continue to comment, please continue to like. The more that you engage, the more names that we see on all of our general videos, the more likely that we are going to pick you. So we're going to give you some time right now to subscribe. I'll wait. All right, enough time should have been allotted. Now let's jump right into the video. So, hat format, right? What is hat format? Well, firstly, for me, it is when I actually got back right into the game. I took a 1-year hiatus right before this format specifically, and I came back and was playing, and I saw these Dragon Ruler cards come back, and I was like, what? These things have 3 effects, 4 effects. Oh my God, they're huge. They do everything, and they warped the game from 2013 forward. So, overall view on hat format, it's an okay format. I do definitely play this format from time to time. Whenever I see someone in unrated, sometimes I just load up this deck and I start playing with it. The deck that I play here on a pretty regular basis is Mythic Ruler. So the idea here, it's kind of like a Dragon Tarabo-esque kind of deck where you have your white stones and blue eyes combo alongside with the Mystic Tree and Mythic Water Dragons to pump out the Rake 8s, as well as soul charging everything back to establish some big boards. The grind power comes from having enough dragons in the graveyard, burial from a different dimension being a very obscene card of just putting cards back in, Gold Sark the Search, and then obviously all the draw power in the world. Dragon Shrine is a double Foolish Burial for a vanilla and a dragon, enough to the point where I almost considered playing 3 of Blue Eyes White Dragon because, listen, it is the ultimate creature of destruction. The legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction. So we want to play 3 of those guys like the good man Kaiba did so himself. Card Trooper is at 2 in this format, so we're playing it, which is absolutely amazing. The Breed Dragon being the win target for Tempest. The Mythic Tree, Mythic Water, and then Guard Dragon being targets for all the banishing effects of all the respective Dragon Rulers. Several 1-star tuners, several 8-star synchros, pumping out a lot of big creatures here. Overall, we want to drop Draco Sacks. We want to drop Felgrands. The black cards, who are these black cards? Black cards matter, boys. So we're playing a format with the Xyz monsters in it. Exciton Knight in the extra deck because there are times where I want to, where I could Shrine, send, say, like a vanilla and then a Mythic Tree Dragon to be able to breed back and then equalize the field there. Because, listen, we do not have Heavy Storm in this format, which is some malarkey, if you're asking me. I don't know how I feel about these post 2013 formats that do not have Heavy Storm. It just boggles my mind that people could just set 5 without any consequences to it. But I mean, we have Exciton Knight here, so what else are we going to say? So we do have a quick replay over here. Extra deck is fairly basic, I think. Xyz Universe for clearing out to the monsters, the Kree, and then MST to kill the back row decks. Debunk to stop Max C because Max C will kill you. Holy smokes. This card is an insane card. Morphs the format around it. People don't like this card. I think this card is very healthy. I think that, like, this is where, like, for Edison format, it was right before we started to get like hand traps like Valor, like Max C and stuff like that. So you're able to do things with a lot less consequences, I believe, in Edison format. But at least in this format, it definitely feels a lot more slower pace. There's a lot more heavier combo stuff, but you know how the artifacts, they kind of take over things there. But we do have a replay because we were able to find a duelist the other day to play with. So we played 2 matches with this guy, right? So we're up against Pink Title. We have Blue Title, as in the Dragon Ruler himself. So we're going through. We're going to go play by play and see how we do here. So, just for starters, they open the Murmelio. We see them on the Ninjutsu Art of Transformation. There are playing ninjas with the Apex Avian, the chicken himself. So summoning big birds out of the deck. And there's also like a Mist Valley Falcon in here, so it's a breed of Falcon Punch. Falcon Punch! But it's one of those, but it's a really cool deck overall. So, we kind of like move through with it. We have Bottomless, and he just sets the fort and then passes. Look at that. No Heavy Storm, no consequences. So we T-set pass. Probably should not be setting the Burial here and just keeping it in hand, but what are you going to do? Dweller tries to attack the set. We have Flamville Guard to block. We're just opening slower. So we Gold Sark for Redux. As you probably guys will see, I make a lot of bad decisions because this deck has a lot of decision trees. So it's like definitely harder. And this is where it happens. But Burial's able to put back the Redux at least. And then we're able to wall up again with Debris Dragon because their setting monsters is good in half format, I guess. But that's okay. So we Soul Charge back. He doesn't Bottomless because then we'll get the resource off the Redux. We end up not having enough. I don't know why I did that, but we're able to summon the Mythic Tree Dragon after we drop the title to make Mythic Tree Dragon. It changes, allows you to target a Water Dragon, and then it adjusts its level to it, right? So that's how we're able to make the Draco Sack right here. And when we have Draco Sack Stardust, the party just only gets started, baby. So we're just popping off like what we know would be called the Haunted. In this format, you do not want to pop random back rows because you don't want to risk of hitting like artifact cards, which is a very, very important thing to know in this format. So Stardust just negates, and obviously this person has not played Edison format enough, or else we would know that Stardust just negates everything destruction related. So very cool stuff. So we're switching things over. We triple summon for the Blue Eyes White Dragon. We keep things in defense. We gate with Stardust. We switch to attack and pass. We're not able to drop the tokens because he Fiend just changed the Draco Sack, and then we're just pushing through. So then he Fiend just changes us again. He goes to Divine Valley, the Abyss Valley. I just activate Skill Drain so I can keep the title on the field. Mill 2 cards off, get 3 dragons. I think that's like one of my favorite things is that you can kind of mill off the first vanilla, get the White Stone, and then get the third dragon into rotation. And obviously with the wind, you have this with Draco Sack, so you're able to pair a lot more dragon summons than usual, but that is just enough to attack for game. So a lot of the power of the Dragon Rulers, baby. 2013 goes into 2014 beautifully. All right, so he terraformings for Divine Roads to the Mist Valley, goes for the Bottomless, Duality's out. He has a lot of nice follow-up in his hand. He has the Deinonea and the Apex Avian to summon off. Yeah, I'm just like confused here. I forgot to send the vanilla, but so we send that dude instead. And then we send the Foolish to get the Blue Eyes, trade in the Blue Eyes, draw 2 cards, Spanish 2 for Blaster, and then we Soul Charge it back to play through the Bottomless. We unfortunately get hit with this card right here, which is a when a level 5 or higher effect monster is special summon, banish that level 5 higher monster. So he's able to get rid of our Stardust Dragon, which is just pure unfortunate, right? But I believe we have follow-up in the graveyard, so we book to ensure that we do not get Dwellered. And then we trade in right there, drawing 2 cards. And we summon the Tempest there. Tempest gets back this guy, and then we're able to synchro into Scrap Dragon itself. Yeah. We special summon because we do have an Earth monster on the field. The reason why we play 2 Scrap Dragons in the extra deck is because we want to be able to summon a card off Mythic Water Dragon to get into Divine Dragon Felgrand. And once Felgrand touches down, it becomes a very, very hard monster to out. So he tries to Falcon Punch right over Falcon Punch, but it's not enough. He gets a trigger off Mist Valley, but we Typhoon the monster. Attacks over for 600 because a replay occurs, and we're just able to dump more dragons. We target itself to keep it immune to card effects, so it gives us enough dragons in the graveyard to just summon up all the dragons and start attacking. One of the biggest things that I've noticed in this format is that you need to almost attack them down so their Soul Charge plays are not as great, right? Then we Draco Sack out, and then we just do it to pop the token, and we pass. And he draws Soul Charge. It's just not enough because he does not have enough life points. He can go Lavalval Chain. Who cares? We get Zephyros, whatever. But the game is over there. Quick 2-0, and guess what? We go. He wants to play another match, and guess what? We're gonna run it back, baby. So we show off the deck in more than just one game because this game was actually like pretty cool. So he has some nice little openings there. Rhoda's first, and the dualities, we let him do that. He had some warnings, insane warnings at one in this format. Um, so cool, and he sets the forward and passes, and then he just goes right into chicken. So chicken is going to allow him to negate a whole ton of cards, and then we draw right into blue eyes, which is not good. So when we end up going, when he summons the Falcon, we train Book to the chicken, and then chain Torrential to out the field. Um, so then we top of the trade in, which is very, very nice. We have burial, so that means we could play ignorantly. We plan not to play into the back row here because we do know that I figured bottomless is back here and warning's also back here too. So like that's a big thing worth considering. And during the end phase, we're just gonna pitch and then wing blast the card back to the top of the deck. We special summon blaster. Blaster gets bottomless, but we do not care because this burial is gonna be like ignorant towards that card. Burial's such a good card. But that kind of reminds me of Amaryllis in a way, where like you do play bigger dudes, or whatever, and we're just gonna go Redux Skill Drain Pass. So because we do not have a means of getting another big ruler onto the field, and this is where my mistake could have been lied to. But we need to have a big enough monster to be running over this, and unfortunately, Card Trooper does not gain any attack for any of that. So we just are going to set it. He goes to the big chicken, hits over the card trooper. Card trooper draws us a card, and then he MSTs at the end phase, and then we get Redox back to the hand. So, and then he draws chicken, and the chicken can negate twice, and the game is over there. So, very cool thing from Falcon Punch. But moving over to the next game, our hand is stacked crazy. So, we're able to go blaster, search the guard. We Dragon Ruler out to send the Redox to the graveyard, sending Redox to support because they also get the Mythic Tree. Mythic Tree copies over to make Draco Sack. Draco Sack over to 2, and then we set Burial and Pass because we want to bait MST. MST could just like fizzle if we send all these Dragon Rulers, and we're loaded with 3 Dragon Rulers in grave and then a whole ton of vanillas to still pour out of the deck. So we're in a very not anymore because we drew another fucking blue eyes, but he goes and summons chicken. He does nothing about negating this, so we just tribute summon for for the ultimate creature of destruction, right? We tribute summon Blue Eyes White Dragon because we know we could play around the Fiendish Chain in the back row, summoning and attacking right over the big bird, and we told him that he cannot Fiendish Chain a normal monster. That's what I'm talking about, baby. This is how you become the good duelists, right? Duelist. Please like and comment and subscribe for more half format videos. All right. Moving over to the shrine, we draw Soul Charge. So good. So we have a blaster in hand, so we can out the blaster and guard to pop a back row or whatever we decide to do. Obviously, he has like the fort back here. He's a soul drain back here. Nuts. So we go to tribute off for Draco Sack to pop off. And then we're going for Tempest. We could probably banish the Beast, but because you can't chain Soul Drain, because on Soul Drain it says on the card itself that the monsters in graveyard and banished power cannot be activated. But it doesn't say that it negates activations itself. So that's why it is the way that it is. Moving on to game 3 right over now. So we just draw an ignorant amount of MSTs, which is cool, right? So he goes Mermelio to search for Deep Dive. That means he's bottomless back here. So we're going to try to bait it. So we're just blind typhooning this guy. And we're like, whatever. So we skill drain out. We make the Stardust. We set Burial and we set skill drain and pass. I don't think that there's monsters that are big enough to run over a Stardust and skill drain, with the exception of what the hell is that card's name? A Gem Knight Pearl, the vanilla. Yeah, I think that's like the only one that will allow you to do that. So he can't make this card, but like I don't pick up on it until he picks up on it, which is completely cool. So he makes AFD pass, and we're just sitting and passing because we cannot out a 3,000 defense monster on their skill drain. But we're able to draw Royal Decree, which is going to be able to come up for us later on in this time. So we draw Blue Eyes, that doesn't do anything. We Shrine send over the Vanilla and the Dragon. We get Blaster. So we're able to get the Breed Dragon, and this is our way to be able to route right into like, so he can't do this, right? Where he breakthrough skills in one window and then bottomless is in the other one. And I was just like not catching this stuff at all. I searched the Breeze Dragon because we could go into Star Eater, and Star Eater could out this AFD right here, which is pretty cool. But we're gonna change. So here's a cool play, right? So we chain the Royal Decree to the bottomless, which outs the skill. It turns off the skill drain. So then after that, we're able to turn into its Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon pops Decree and the AFD, turning back on skill drain, and we're just going for games. So we just summon out the title to try to bum rush him and end the game, but he has the DD Crow, which does not do enough. So he goes summon it. He tries to summon out the like the soul charge out the AFD to drop him down to 700. We burial back a bunch of monsters, and then we summon Card Trooper, mill some more, and then we were going to summon the Star Eater, attack over that, and then be able to bully over and attack for games. So very cool match overall. I love this deck for half format. It's a very cool combo-y kind of deck. It's a very difficult deck to play. As you probably saw, I made a whole ton of mistakes in this video. A lot of mistakes. And when it comes to Amaryllis, I don't really make as many mistakes in Amaryllis, even though you guys point out in the comment section of all the mistakes I made. And guess what? I appreciate that because I would have never caught that. That makes me a better player. And that's what we're all trying to do here. We're trying to get all better on our own, but we need each other's feedback in order to improve our game plan. And that's what I need from you guys for hat format video. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me some plays that you like that I made. Some tells me my deck sucks. Tell me something about yourself. I don't know. Something cute. But I will see you guys all later on. Peace. Have a great day. Bye now.